Greetings, G Hive. I'm late, but I'm here. Let us greet the G Hive. How are you, queens? Welcome to all of the goddesses. Oh my gosh, my brother is here. Hey, girl. That's my brother, y'all. That's my baby brother. Y'all get to meet one of my heartbeats today. That's one of my heartbeats, my brother. All right, queens. I'm gonna turn it down so I can start talking. Greetings, G Hive and Carl. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Greetings, greetings, greetings to all of the goddesses. All right. How are you, Minister Eileen, Sophia, Oshun, Kimmy? Hello, miscellaneous AB. Yes, this is what we do. We dance here. All right. Hello, Cat Baloo. How are you, Queen? Greetings to Mystic Storm. Glad to see everybody here. Let me see. Oh, still learning. How are you? Still learning. Oh, thank you. Yes. Carl is my baby brother. Ah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes, this is my blood, my flesh and blood. Y'all are meeting my flesh and blood right here, my baby brother, Carl. Oh, yes. By the good graces, how are you? Still learning. Ayoka in the house. How are you, Queen? Oh, thank y'all for welcoming my brother. Yay! Uncle Ma'at, how are you, Queen Deborah by Mary? Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, yeah. I really and truly did fall forward. And today, it's going to get better. Let me let my desk down real quickly. Also, what do you have? What are you drinking? What's your morning beverage of choice? What is your morning beverage of choice today? I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water. Ah, ah, yes, good to hear that. Greetings, Carl. Okay, so we got the brothers here today. We got Shaka. What's up, Shaka? Shaka is one of the brothers that drops in every now and again. Peace and blessings to you, Shaka. We have Shango. We're drinking Shango. We're drinking Earl Grey tea, second cup. We have good old fashioned orange juice, water with a cup of coffee on the side. Okay, okay. Everyone who's drinking the coffee, take one sip for me. Take one sip for me. I can't drink coffee anymore, and I miss it. My husband drinks it, and it smells so good. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So I just want to dang. Oh no, I think this is it right here. Okay. So yeah, I just want to show y'all we have a retreat coming up. Earl Grey. That's good old fashioned too. Earl Grey is good old fashioned tea, baby. That's tried and true. I love it. Isn't it nice when we can discover what's in our cupboards? I love it. So let me just bring this up here for you all really quickly. I am hosting the upcoming new moon retreat. It's going to be on Monday. It's at this at 6 p.m. Central time because I have to schedule it for my time zone, you know, when I'm scheduling it. But y'all know I talk in Eastern Eastern. Look, I have ET on here twice. Eastern time zone, 7 p.m. Eastern time zone this Monday. And what's so important about this moon is that it is an eclipse moon. Okay. This is the first eclipse that we're going to have in Libra in 9 years. So it's very, very important. The reason I love where the eclipses are now is it's essentially like a whole new world is being rebirthed. Okay. So because it's on the Aries Libra axis is how we say it. And I want y'all to think about Aries season. What season is that? It's a season of new beginnings. Every time Aries comes through, we're now in spring, right? Aries kicks off, our spring season. It's the first sign in the zodiac wheel. Aries is very important if we're having an eclipse. And the part of the eclipse that's in Aries is the part that's like spring. It's new beginnings. We're taking our lives in a whole new direction. This is going to be this year and next year for sure. It might actually go a little bit into 2025, but for sure, 2023, 2024, we have these eclipses in Aries and Libra. Okay. And then think about Libra. We're in Libra season now. Libra season is a season of new beginnings. So these are the axes where it's like things can really take off for us. Now, the part of the eclipse that's in Libra is the part that's asking you to let something go. It may be a relationship because Libra rules relationships. This particular new moon has Gemini in it also. So this full moon that we just had in Aries, it had some Geminian energy in it. And now this one has Geminian energy in it. Gemini is also about relationships. It's a very relational moon. So it's something about relationships, groups that you're a part of. It could have something to do with friends, siblings, neighbors. Something needs to be released and let go of in that area. Now, you may not necessarily have to lose the relationship, but something in the relationship that's not working may need to be released and let go of. So I always want y'all to think about the part of the eclipse that is about releasing and letting go. When you let go of whatever the eclipse is asking you to let go of, essentially it's like being in a hot air balloon. And so you let go of this extra weight that's holding you down so that you can, rise up and go and do more of what you want to do. And so that's why this moon is exceeding this new moon retreat, or this new moon in general, is very important. And the retreat is going to help you to equip and tap into the energy within you that you need in order to rise up to the requirements of this moon. This is not the most fun part of the eclipse. This is the part of the eclipse that most people don't like because it requires you to purge something. Okay. So, my goal always at the retreats is to help you prepare yourself for the purge or whatever the mandate of that moon is. So, also, y'all know whenever there's an eclipse, I always send out a whole course. It's not really a course, it's more of like a master class so that you specifically know where is this going to happen in your life? What area of life is this going to happen in? And what is it that you really need to do to make the most of this? This is what I find works the best with goddess centered living. You understand the mission, you rise up to the mission. So, join me. Oh, the link, I'll go on ahead and drop this here, is in the description box, but I'll drop it here in the live stream also. Greetings to all of the hashtag replay sisters who are going to show up. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Okay, buenos dias. How are you, Paulette? Buenos dias and Sharmika. Good morning. How are you, Queen? Ah, yay. I'm happy to have you here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do today is to look at the astrology for the month. I haven't been able to make the separate video that I typically like to do, so I said, you know what? Guess who's gonna get the monthly astrology? It's gonna be the goddesses here on the live stream, along with the brothers who are here this morning. Okay, so let me see here. There was something I was gonna tell y'all too. Oh, y'all send me good energy. Send me good energy. Hello, Radiant Rose. Greetings. Thank you, Minister. I appreciate you. Yes, please like and share the video. So, y'all, today I kick off another 3 months of being a trainer for How to Lead Circle, which is the Women Circle Facilitator training. So, if y'all would just send me some good vibes at my nerves. I'm gonna be fine. I know it, but you know how it is leading up to something new, meeting new ladies. So just y'all send me some good vibes because I'm excited to start that. And yes, so I also want to just ask you all to congratulate all of the spiritual aspirants who graduated last week. Um, Spiritual Aspirant 2023, beautiful group of women, blew my mind with their receptivity, their when you come into something where it's kind of like requiring some vulnerability and you're having to open yourself in a way that perhaps we don't do all the time. It can be challenging, but these women opened up and they came to get whatever it is that they wanted. I always boil it down to healing, growth, and evolution. It's such an honor to work with you all. I love you all here in the live stream, and then to work with the ladies in the spiritual aspirant initiation. They're now spiritual aspirants. They're not initiates anymore. It's always it just blows my mind. It warms my heart. It makes my whole, however many months we're together, which is about 7. So please congratulate all of the 2023 spiritual aspirants. Okay. Yes. Hello, Irene. How are you? Thank you. Yes, I'm so proud. I'm so, so proud. Okay, so let's go on ahead and talk about um, the astrology for this month. And yes, Sharmika, congratulations to you and your sisters. Yes, 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 yes. So proud. It was such a healing experience, and I can't wait to go through the replays. Woo, I'll carry this for the rest of my life. That makes my heart just so warm. Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. The replays will be so valuable. I always say that the replays are definitely respectable. Hi, Diza. Bonjour. Bendizione. Hope everyone is good. Thank you, Irene. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for those well wishes. So let's go on ahead and talk about the astrology for this month. I guess I can close this out. Okay. This month is very interesting to me because there's not a lot of what we call astrological aspects. Astrological aspects are the planets are talking to one another. And sometimes when the planets talk to one another, it brings about an energy that makes things easy and supportive. There's a lot of opportunity. And sometimes when the planets talk to one another, they're sparking a new beginning. And then sometimes when the planets are talking to one another, they're creating maybe some frustration so that you'll take some action. And sometimes when they talk, they create pressure. It feels just like so much pressure on us, right? So there's not a lot of planetary talking going on. Let's see what's going to happen in November really quickly. Okay. It's a little bit more going on in November. Not a lot going on. And sometimes for me, when there's not a lot of planetary interaction happening or a lot of planetary talking happening, it creates this energy of where it just kind of feels like life feels a little bit normal. So I just want to put us on pause for a moment and say, I want y'all to be spiritual scientists with me. I want y'all to be astrology scientists with me, and I want us to test this this information that I have received that I think I'm saying, but I want you all to look with me and let's just see what happens. So y'all know at the top of 2023, I was telling y'all I really want to wish that this is going to be a better year. I did my best to try to get on the train of sounding positive and optimistic because sometimes astrology people can sound super negative. And it's just been a rough, previous few years, 2020, 2021, 2022. Those are years for the books, baby. Okay. But what first tipped me off, and y'all have heard me say this before, was one astrologer that I listened to said 2023, when we're looking at the energy of the world, and there's like this graph of the way the energy flows, 2023 was at the bottom. And we had to get to 2024 in order to start feeling like things feel normal again. Because the astrology of 2020 and 2021 for sure kind of sucked. 2022 wasn't the best. And it's just been something about 2023 that's just like, dang, can we catch a breath? Catch our breath? So when we see the energy in a lull like it is this month, it's kind of a blessing. It's kind of a blessing because we sort of need it. Okay. But what I also want to remind y'all of is, this book that I recently read called Pendulum, which is sort of lining up with 2023 being at the bottom of this astrology energy that's going to start taking off in 2024. And so we're moving, according to Pendulum, from being we centered to being me centered. And when I look at where the eclipses are right now, I'm like, you know what? Libra is we centered. Libra is always about you and other people. Okay. And so what part of the eclipse is purging? It's Libra. We're letting go of this focus on the we, where it feels like the most empowered thing we can do is to be focused on the group. And we're moving into me centered, which is totally Aries. Everyone who knows astrology knows Aries sometimes is looked at as very me focused energy. It's just how it is. It's no judgment, which is moving into me centered. Okay. Now we're going to have to figure out really what does me centered look like for us in a way that, we can keep this thing where for me, I'm always naturally we centered. But where we can keep it where it is beneficial for everyone. All right. And so what I want y'all to understand is I really do think 2023 is still kind of like we got some work we got to get done. We really need to be preparing ourselves for things just continuing to kind of suck. But in October, we're being given a little bit of a break. The energy is a little bit lulled, but let me put the caveat on that. The caveat is that we have eclipses going on. So it's kind of like we need the lull. We need things to be kind of chilled out in terms of planetary interaction because we've got to deal with this eclipse energy. And I can tell you, I do not care what your sign is, this energy is going to make things change for everybody in some kind of way. Now, it's a continuum of change. Some of us are going to have a greater change. If you are Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn, you really need to prepare yourself for big changes. All the rest of us are truly going in a whole new direction, but it may feel a little bit more subtle, or the changes that are required don't change the way our lives look so much day to day. Okay. So we have the eclipses that are happening in Libra, and then we're going to have one that happens at the end of the month in Taurus. All right. Libra on the 14th, Taurus on the 28th. And so, it's a new moon in Libra on the 14th. So that is the one that we are preparing for now. We're in the waning moon phase. And when we're in the waning part of the moon phase, the question is, what are you going to release and let go? I would love to hear from you all. What do you need to release and let go of? Right? The other way you can look at it is like sometimes we need to retool a thing. So your plan is good, but you figured out, oh, I need to do something new. I need to do something different. The waning moon phase is the time that you want to spend retooling your plan, retooling whatever it is that needs to be regrouped, maybe. Um, so that when you get to that new moon, you have that new moon energy that, you have that spark where you're like, I'm ready to go. Right. So we're doing that right now. We're preparing for this new moon that's coming up on the 14th. So the other thing about this month that I find to be interesting is it's a time of shifts. So it's just like a lot of energy of change this month. We have Mercury going into Libra on the 5th. We have Venus moving into Virgo on the 9th. Now, why is that important? Mercury moving into Libra means that Mercury is completely out of all of the retrograde, all of the degrees it traveled for the retrograde, moving back forwards, backwards, and forwards again. We're out of that. We're out of the retrograde period for Mercury completely. We're out of the Venus retrograde period completely. We are in a whole new territory with with Mercury and Libra and Venus moving into Virgo. Whole new territory. All right. So we'll feel like, like a breath of fresh air is going to come into us. And we are going to have Mars go into Scorpio. Now, that's a good placement for Mars. Mars in Scorpio is a good placement. I don't know what I'm going to think about it being there as the Scorpio rising. Sometimes Mars creates inflammation for me and it's not fun, but I'll take it. Transits come and transits go. But Mars is going to move in Scorpio. Mars rules Scorpio. I know people like to say Pluto rules Scorpio. I do say Pluto is one of the planets for Scorpio, but don't forget Mars, because you're going to get the most bang for your buck when you're keeping up with Mars, especially for those who have Scorpio energy. So all of that is happening before we get to this new moon. Is it spring or is it fall? It just feels like so many new beginnings are popping off for us, y'all. So you really want to be putting yourself in this energy of new beginnings, fresh new starts. What new things do you want to bring into your life? What needs to be purged? See, Mars going into Scorpio, something's going to get purged. What needs to be purged, right? What needs to be transformed? Very important. Is what we want to focus on. Virgo also is about being cleansed and purified. Virgo is very neat and orderly. And so Venus is going to make us start looking at Mercury already made us do it, but Venus is really going to be like, I need things to be decent and in order. I want my health to be better. Venus is definitely about self-care. So Venus moving into Virgo, it's kind of like hyper focusing on how are we taking care of ourselves? And do I have my life organized? Is my work like the way that I work? Do I have good systems in place? So it's kind of like not super fun energy. This is kind of like get to it energy. Mars going into Scorpio, intensity. Venus in Virgo, I'm going to point out all the problems, and we're going to come up with a plan to some to-do list to get these problems solved. Maybe even problems when it comes to and when I say problems, like Virgo is the sign of problems, right? So sometimes we got problems that we need to address. And Venus is going to perhaps help us to come up with a plan to address those problems. And a lot of times when we just go on ahead and face whatever needs to be faced, it's almost like life just automatically changes just facing it, right? Mercury has created some plans, I bet, that you're like, okay, I see what I need to focus on. And Venus is going to come in behind there and just be like, all right, we're going to tie up these loose ends. We're going to go on ahead and get this done. And doggone it, we're going to be happy about it. And then Mercury going into Libra, it just adds to this energy of is your life in balance or is it out of balance? And it's going to be bringing up relationships, topics around, who you're dealing with. One of the things that I think is so important, I keep telling myself about these mirror neurons. And we have what are called mirror neurons. And when we're around other people, we tend to mimic them or they will mimic us. And so who we hang out with, like scientifically, it actually really does matter who we spend our time with. And so this is why, sometimes it can be tough because sometimes we have relationships with people who they have been tried, they have been true, and it might just be time to either the relationship needs to change or we need to move on and find relationships with people who mirror to us that which we are calling into our lives. Also, it's like, what kind of support do you need? Who do you need to bring into your life to support you? I love that about Libra. Yes, Libra is about relationships, but it's also about get some support. Who do you need to help you? Okay. So we have all of that happening. Plus, next week, Pluto is going direct on the 10th. OMG. So that's a very powerful time, leading towards this new moon that's going to be this new moon eclipse that's going to be in Libra. And so this is a beautiful time. Like we have the time. What is today, the 4th? We have the time to do something. I would love to see what y'all are going to do. Before I keep moving on, let me just go back and see what are y'all going to do to work with this this waning moon energy. Okay. Hello, Bliss. Welcome, Queen. Let's see here. Beautiful. I'm excited for you, Radiant Rose. 2023 was so intense, but goodness, it made me count my blessings and live in gratitude and spirit. I love that. Yeah, it's nice. Ah, yes, that is beautiful, Radiant Rose. 2023 has been good. 2023 is not the easiest year. I told y'all that. Yeah, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So for still learning, rest, relax, but don't get complacent is the energy I'm getting in October. That is a very good one. Ah. Yes, it's coming for all. If you have Capricorn, Cancer energy, Libra, Aries is coming for you. Hello, Priestess. How are you? Yes, this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We all need more gentle love and care. Hello, G. Welcome, mommy. Hope all is going well with you and your new family. Beautiful. Actually love get to it energy. Yes. This is an Aries speaking. Aries love get to it energy. They don't have time to be playing around. Folks just be, kind of like, well, should we do this or should we do that? Aries is like, see, what we not finna do is that. We're not gonna do that. Okay, so Darkdiza, my home and overall life organization needs to be transformed as someone has made it clear. They are planning to get closer, move into my life in a few months. Well, hello, someone. Ah, beautiful, radiant rose. Good. Yes, take good care of your energy. Beautiful. I'm releasing fear of being my greatness. Yes, your greatest self. Please, yes. Be your greatest self. The world needs you to do that. People do not understand fear of success is real. And I'm going to tell you one thing I realized as I had to move past fear of success, and that was I had to tell myself fear of success is just really fear of the unknown. And I would say, well, I know what I got, and this sucks. I don't like being over here. For me, I always felt sort of like I was being mediocre. I was not operating at my highest potential. And I'm like, well, I know what I have. I think I'm willing to risk being here in order to go into something that is, I mean, I don't even know how it's going to happen, but I'm willing to risk going there because where I am is extremely painful. So, yeah, good for you. Cat Baloo, I'm getting stay the course. Ooh, I love that one. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. I really love that, Cat Baloo, because it makes it, that's very Virgo-esque as we think about Venus moving into Virgo. Mercury is actually still in Virgo until tomorrow. Virgo is like, what's the next thing you need to do? Just do that. When we don't have the whole picture in front of us and it's just like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. Let me just think of it's called chunking down. Let me chunk it down and just focus on what is the next thing that I need to do. I love that. I love that. There was something I was going to show y'all really quickly. Okay, hold on one second. Let me pull this up for you. I think I talked about this last week and something, but I don't know what it was. But I want to share an Odu with you all. This is one of my favorite Odu. Okay, so if anyone is here and doesn't know what the Odu are, the Odu are the sacred spiritual scriptures from an African tradition out of Nigeria. It's like, yeah. Is it Osa? Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, I don't remember who I said this to, but this is Odu Osa. This is what I really think is the requirement, especially if you have fear of success. But really, right now, I would say Osa is the Odu for this eclipse in Libra. I'll have to double check. I'm doing that reading for those who are in the YouTube membership. You're gonna get the eclipse masterclass in the membership. You will see that. I will be working on that and get it. My goal is to get it there this weekend. And if you come to the new moon retreat, you will get that masterclass. And I'm pretty sure this would be a very good do for us for this one. It says, it is impossible to remain static when Osat is speaking. Osat asks one to sacrifice their current condition in order to prosper, willing and temporary release of stability in order to establish a new foundation. And it says it's highly active energy. It brings with it sweeping change and the benefits that come with it. So you have to remember Oya. Oya is the goddess that has to do with change. She is the goddess that brings the winds of change. that just makes sense that it's gonna go with this particular, new moon eclipse that's coming in. But again, this can apply also to, um, people who have fear of success. You have to release your comfort zone and where you are in order to get something new. You have to become actually a new person in order to manifest something that you've never manifested before, which means you'll think new thoughts, you'll believe things that you never believed possible before. You'll have certain values that will propel you to do the things that bring you what you want and let go of the things that you do that don't bring you what you want. So, for instance, sometimes people want to have a successful YouTube channel, but they don't want to be seen. It's not gonna work. Anyone who wants a successful YouTube channel, there's some level of visibility. Even if they never see your face and all they hear is your voice, you've got to be willing to put yourself out there. You've got to be willing to put content out there. If you're not gonna get on here and hit record or go live. It's just not going to happen. Right. And so, what is the comfort zone? The comfort zone is not being seen. Well, you have to be willing to release that stability in order to establish a new foundation. Tell me, how has this worked for you all? Let's share. Mhm. Good. Yes, please keep going. Virgo rising. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me go back here and let's look at the second half of the month. Okay. So, the week after the eclipse. So from the 14th to the 28th is what we call the time between the eclipses. It almost feels like it's a lull. I like to describe it as feeling like I'm in no man's land, right? But look at this week. I mean, just really not much going on until we get to the weekend. I'm not gonna lie, this weekend is that's some pretty intense weekend energy right there. Let's see here. So then we could get to the 22nd, and Mercury is gonna move in Scorpio. So Mercury will be in two signs this month, Libra and Scorpio. You can see Mercury's moving fast again. It's back up to speed and it's moving. So Mercury will move into Scorpio, the sun will move into Scorpio. So that would be 3 planets in Scorpio. Please help me, mother. Oh my gosh. I'm a Scorpio rising. I'm like, please let me be able to withstand all of this energy in my sign. I can tell you Scorpio is going to feel lit. I'll say it that way. Y'all going to feel all we're going to feel ready to go. All right. Um, so yeah, that's just gonna bring this energy of transformation, intensity. It's a sign that has to do with deep wisdom, deep transformation. It brings about doing a lot of research. People will want to just really get deep into studying stuff. It's like this almost this obsession to get it done. And let's see here. It's about sexuality, it's about intimacy. And so it can make us really want to be like deeply connected with somebody. Scorpio is also a money sign. So people who are looking for some type of financial backing, like if you're applying for a grant, um, or what's this other scholarships, fellowships, any kind of money where you apply for it and somebody's going to financially back you. It's a good time for that, but it's also a good time to look at your credit. Y'all have to remember we have Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, and so it's gonna make us hyper focus on our money. So some of us might start looking at I need to figure out this credit situation because you can get lots of credit, with Scorpio. But if you're in a lot of debt, it can make you say, I need to focus on getting out this debt, honey. I do not want to be all caught up in this debt. So it can make you focus on that. It can make you focus on what's another one that's a good one? Financial like estate planning or preparing for like burial insurance or something like that. Yeah, it could have a lot to do with it, like, if you are due an inheritance of some sort, it could have something to do with that, um, and, Scorpio is the sign of crisis. So, I mean, with Mars being there, seriously, we can feel like we have to address some crises in our lives, but Mars being there, you'll be here for it. The Sun being there, you'll be like, I just got a great idea about how we're gonna do it. You'll be ready for if any crisis comes up during that time. Um, I see it as a sign that has to do with deep, radical self-care. Deep, radical self-care. All right. So use Scorpio season to take care of yourself. Like whatever amount of money you can afford to take care of yourself, do that. It's also very spiritual. So it might be a time where we are hyper focused on astrology or looking at things that are taboo, like taboo spirituality or just taboos in general. Some things like that can come up. And it's about power and tapping into the power within you. I love that about Scorpio. Now, Scorpio can be a little bit vindictive too. So we'll just need to be a little bit cautious to have this energy be channeled and focused in a way where, we don't feel like we need to be vindictive with people. Now, this is kind of a nice week right here. It's a lot of trying. So I like that. The second week it's a little bumpy. It's a little good mixed in with a little bit of challenge for that second week. And then we get to that full moon eclipse in Taurus. Help me, Father. Cuz it's oh my gosh. It's I'm a Taurus moon and it's happening on two of my planets. Oh my gosh. Anywho, so Taurus has been pushing us in a new direction. Let me tell you something. If you got any money topics, this is a really good moon to really just get what do you need to do to get this money situation fixed, even if it's whatever it is. Whatever the money situation is for you, this is a good moon to get this money situation fixed. And I can tell you we're going to be working on it because on that same day, Mars is opposing Jupiter. And Mars is in a money sign, Scorpio. Jupiter is in a money sign, Taurus. Woo! So it's some breakthrough energy in this moon for a lot of us. Especially it could be money, but it could also be like your stuff. Maybe some people are going to be like, I'm just tired of having all this stuff. I'm getting rid of all my stuff that I don't need, releasing and purging and getting rid of stuff. It can have something to do with food and you're just getting some type of breakthrough on food. I can tell you I need one because I just everything upsets my stomach these days, it seems like. Or maybe just like the way you eat and the way you care for yourself. That's going to be an intense moon. I can tell you that one right there. But it's a lunar eclipse. So it's like, I mean, it is like many more times powerful than a regular full moon. Okay. So this is a month where you get to wildly swing your life in the direction that you want it to go. Okay. So how will you do this? Aw, aw. I'm sending you a hug, Jasmine. Hopefully things are gonna really change and transform for the better, even though I know you got Cancerian energy, but yeah. Hey Shannon, welcome. All right, it's your time, Ayoka. It's your time. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to kind of think about what else can I do. I want to do the prosperity energy healing. Um, That's a good one, Shamika. I need to do this prosperity energy healing, so I might do a prosperity healing energy healing for you all, to help with getting this money thing all healed up. And it may not be before that, but Saturn, I mean, Jupiter is in Taurus, and just what Jupiter is doing in Taurus can help me to prepare something and take y'all through that healing experience. That's a good point, Shamika. Pluto going direct before Scorpio season. We're going to be ready to be moving forward. We're going to be moving forward with Scorpio season. Okay, so I know I put a lot out there, but I think that if all you take away from this is that, yes, October is a month where you really need to be focused on new beginnings. What direction do you want to take your life in? And I want you to be listening for what direction is your life calling you to? How is your life calling you to go in a new direction? Can anyone already tell that? How is your life asking you to be in a new direction? Or one of the things you can do is hear the question and answer it. So for me, I am truly trying to figure out, what am I supposed to do with my business? I feel like there's a new direction I need to go in. And not that I would stop doing this. Like, at the core, I'm the goddess guru, and I'm going to be sharing astrology and circles and all that. Um but it's kind of like I've just been running. I've just been running in my business, and now I need to create something that allows me to kind of like be able to take a break if I need to. Um, so my question is, universe, can you help me to see what direction I need to go in? It's like your life will be speaking to you. Your life will be calling you to do some things. And so this is what you want to do. At least open yourself up to hear. Because sometimes the direction we have been scratching and clawing to go in ain't the direction we're supposed to be in. It might be sort of like the right thing, but it's like, no. The sometimes, okay, let me see. This one says, which one is it? I want to give y'all another Odu. It might be O Osa O'Shea. I think it's Oh, I think it's Oyeku. Yeah, Oyeku. I don't think I have a description written. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, I do. Okay, so Oyeku says, you may feel blocked, but accept that blockages could indicate safeguards. Okay. You may feel blocked, but accept that blockages, it could indicate safeguards. And I remember when I was hell bent and determined to be a celebrity fitness instructor, and it was just like at every turn, this is not working. And I would have some success, but yeah, finally, once I started getting deep into astrology and understanding my chart, I was like, you know what? I am all about lifestyle and health and wellness, but it's within the context of the goddess centered lifestyle. It's within the context of self care and spirituality. Um, and so I love the lifestyle piece, and, like having a practice, and, it's just like this day to day thing that you do and you teach about when you're a fitness instructor. I'm also a health coach. Some people may not know that, but I'm actually a certified health coach. Um, I'm just taking that same message, but I'm doing it over here in spirituality because that's what my chart said. I was running from spirituality because, or, teaching it and helping to support women and having, a beautiful life based on spirituality and self care. I was running from it because I thought, are they going to witch hunt me? Right. Um, it's kind of taboo to be like this, at least where I am, it feels taboo. And so I was running. And when I began to really understand, oh, yay, cool. Well, the block was actually a safeguard. If I was a celebrity fitness instructor, I'd probably still be there right now, y'all. I probably would be, because I still love health and wellness. What can I say? So I want y'all to be thinking in that vein, okay? Maybe the direction, this course correction that can happen for you with these eclipses might just be taking you in the direction of your destiny. Don't let blocks make you think something is wrong with you. Don't let blocks make you feel like you're a failure. This is just a part, these, the sacred scriptures from time memorial speak to this. If we study history, we will see people who had, you know, different callings on their lives. They experienced so many different types of blocks. This is what it means to be human. This is what it means to be in the physical body and have a physical experience. And what we want to do is to say, is this block really a safeguard? Or is there something maybe that I need that once I get this new skill, that's something I want y'all to really embrace. What are your skills and how can you use them? Or is there a missing skill that you can use or learn so that you can incorporate that? Is something missing? And once I get that missing thing, then the block will be, removed. Because if I keep moving in the direction I want to go and this safeguard block had not been put there, it would be a mess over there. You know, so many people say that, oh, I'm glad I had that block because it was a whole bunch of stuff I needed before I got to that other side. I've acquired it and getting to the other side. Now I can see why I needed it. Okay. So let's just get clear about that. Hmm. Oh, Aisha's here. Where's Aisha? Hi, Aisha. Good morning. Welcome. Okay, so for Morgan, my life is calling me to surrender, but I have no idea what that means right now. And one of the things I like to embrace is sitting with the question. Okay, I don't have the answer. I'm going to sit with the question and just continue to leave, be in a discussion with spirit, be in a discussion with my destiny to help me to understand where do I go. And sometimes I might see one step to take. A lot of times it's kind of like we need to see the whole big picture. I'm not saying this with miscellaneous AB, but I'm just saying sometimes it feels like I need to see the entire big picture before I need to know every step. If it's 20 steps, I need to be able to see all 20, see what each 20 steps are before I'm willing to make this move. And sometimes the way it's going to come is I'm just going to give you the very next step that you need to take. I'm just going to give you the very next step you need to take. And so one of the things I like to teach is that when we get to a season like Libra, which is truly, it's like with this Libra season is like quadruple new beginnings, but typically it's going to be more of like, double, triple new beginnings at Libra season. I think it's so important to put together a 90-day plan. Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. What are you going to do in those 90 days? Create a plan, have, do your ritual work around it, get it charged up, get your subconscious mind on board, whatever it is you need to do. This is how we want to be preparing for the next 90 days. Okay. And that's to me. And then you use each new moon. Oh, I need to pull something up. I just thought about it. You want to use each new moon to baby step your way there. Now, this particular new moon is going to help you like quadruple yourself your way there. Okay, y'all, I want to tell y'all something. Two things. First thing I want to tell you is I am going to be in, I guess you could call it, um, um, okay. Hope y'all can see this. May not may not show up very well. Can I blow it up? I blew it up a little bit. So the Shine Summit, it's going to be from the 12th of October to the 15th of October. And I am speaking on lunar astrology for success. As y'all can see, I talk about the moon a lot. So um, definitely really putting myself in this position. And no matter how many times you hear me talk about the moon, it's never enough. Okay. So I'll be talking about lunar astrology. We're going to have Priestess Erica. Now I know it's not the best graphic. I'll post it somewhere so y'all can see it. Priestess Erica is a friend of mine. Natasha is one of the sistership circle trainers. And oh, Alicia Love is another friend of mine, a sistership circle trainer. And so I actually know Lisa. I met her in a different program too. So I actually know Lisa. But I talk about what made me think about this is I talk about lunar astrology. And so there's a guide that I created. If you haven't gotten it yet, you can get it for free. And so I'll get y'all the link to sign up for this. Hosted by Michelle Edwards. Just want to make sure I give credit to that host for bringing me on her stage. And then the other one I want to tell y'all about is for people who are in business, I'm going to create a place where you can opt in. So people who want to hear from me about business topics, there's a class that I'm a part of. It's a grouping of classes. And in there, I talk about how to use astrology for business. And so one of the things I talk about is how we want to use this moon to baby step our way throughout the year. 90-day planning, new moon planning, new moon planning, new moon planning. All of this supports the New Year's goals. Okay. So I just want to make sure I take time to do that because I do talk about this in like spiritual aspirant initiation. I go into great detail about these kinds of things. So I just want to make sure I'm giving y'all things that you can actually use today. And I want you to see a change in your life. Um, Here lately, I think I mentioned it to y'all before. I've been watching videos about cults and so many spiritual cults out there just take advantage of people. And I said, I'm committed to results. The result might be you feel better on the inside, as long as you feel like you understand I supported you in you feeling better about you. I am not the true source. You are, right? So I'm committed to results and women being sovereign in their power and understanding I'm not the end all be all in your life. You are goddess, right? So good. I can tell I've been seeking counsel on where to go in my next journey, go next in my journey, and detaching from the outcome has helped me see some of the little nudges I may have disregarded before. Very good example. Very good example. Rejection as protection. Yes. I really believe in that. It's not always fun. It's not always fun. My life is calling me to trust again, even if I'm still fighting it to some degree. I love that, Dark Diva. Yes. Beautiful. That's a good point. Trauma will make us feel like we need to know every step. And trauma will be sometimes a very, close traveling buddy, but as long as we can understand when the trauma is speaking, we can tell the trauma, we're not going to do that right now. What we're not going to do is that right now. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, results, results. So I'll get you the other one. It's called Aligned and Affluent. I love that. Aligned and Affluent. So the Shine Summit, Aligned and Affluent, those are coming. Let me do a reading for us really quickly. So I'm pulling from the African Goddess Rising deck. This reading is for the month of October. Let me drink a little water. Yep. Yes. 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 Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Okay. What do you have for us? Woo! Y'all know this one just be beating a sister up. Boom. Oh, okay. I'll be interested to see, who knows this one outside of this deck. Some of y'all might have this deck and know this one already. Where we going? 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 Oh, interesting. Last one. What do you have for us, goddess? Boom. Wow. I had myself all braced. I had myself all braced. I really like that point about trauma and how it makes us feel like we need to know everything right now. Yes. Trauma will make you feel like if you do not have every step, you cannot move because trauma oftentimes involves something was out of your control. And therefore, now we have to set it up so that everything is under our control because it was just so painful to experience that. And so we just develop these ways of um, operating so that everything stays in our control, right? So we have to kind of begin to learn what does our trauma response look like. You want to create a healing plan for yourself because we don't have to keep the trauma. Trauma actually can be released, and maybe that's what's going to happen with this moon actually. So this is great bringing up trauma, Deeza, thank you. And but you can learn to ride with it. You can learn to just be like, I know you're going to show up at any given moment because trauma response is about keeping you safe. So it's like, I know you're going to show up any moment, but let me see what the temperature is outside, y'all. Hold on one second. Because my dog, I left him out there because I thought, oh, it's kind of cold this morning. But if it gets too hot, he'll get too hot. But yeah, trauma will, it just wants to keep you safe. And that's really what all of this is about. And once we can acknowledge, oh, trauma's, traveling with me, nice little travel buddy. Really? Is that what we're doing, trauma? Okay. Come on and get in this car, girl. Because I know you're gonna jump up in here anyway. And when you do, I'm gonna let you know you're not in charge anymore. You're just not. I'm just not gonna let you run my life anymore. That's really what it boils down to. Okay. Thank y'all. If I'm on the Shift Network, I just don't even know what I would do. I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm up here, really?" Okay, so for the oracle reading, let's see what we have. The first card governing us for the month of October is Yasiji. Yasiji. And guess what she says? Live out loud. Okay. So let's see what Yasiji has to say to us. So she is, ooh, this is interesting. She is from the Dogon people of Mali, and she has to do with the griots. And she has a reputation for being a free-spirited party goddess. And for the Dogon people, she was the first Yasigni, which are women empowered to participate in the masked dances. So, what we are being asked to do this month, y'all, is to express yourself. Express yourself. You have something to say, goddesses. Share your voice and magic. Express your Eunice. Okay. So, this is what we all need to do this month. The way you express yourself won't make everyone happy. And that's okay because you're not meant to. Living out loud and self expression look different for everyone. For outgoing extroverts, self expression may mean dancing on the tables and screaming your points of view. Introverts may speak out loud in other ways and save the louder parts of their personalities for their loved ones. Introverts might, instead of dancing on the tables, might write a scathing piece of content. If they're just like, I'm calling this person out, that might be how they speak out loud. Okay. So here's a goddess declaration for you. I am free to express myself fully. So how will you do that? Mercury's moving into Libra and then Scorpio. So while Mercury is in Libra, it might be in a very appropriate manner, but you won't bite your tongue. You're going to be like, y'all, this is the moment for us to speak. Is this an opportunity for me to speak up? Okay. Is this mic on? Okay, good. And you're going to say what you want to say. Because let me tell you something, Libra is about being fair. People who have Libra energy, or if you have significant planets in the seventh house, you can't stand it when stuff ain't fair. Because I have a lot of planets in the seventh house, and I can't stand things to not be fair. I have a Libra moon son, and he is just like, did we divide this all up evenly when they were here and he was younger? Am I doing more than everybody else? Did y'all get more than me? And it didn't bother me because I was like, he's Libra. Libra wants things to be divided up equally. Everything needs to be fair. Okay. So, but when Mercury moves into Scorpio, baby, everybody get ready. You might clear your throat chakra. Yeah, you might clear your throat chakra because Mars is there too. You might just be like, everybody's finna feel the heat. You'll say it and then you'll get quiet and then you'll just look around the room like, I just want to take in, what are your thoughts or what are your feelings? What is your reactions to what I'm doing? Scorpio don't be playing that, baby. Scorpio don't be playing that. Okay, so the next one that I pulled is I love this one. Queen Mother Nanny. Queen Mother Nanny. So you can see how this could be something where we're offloading something that's not working for us and maybe, not letting that trauma make us feel like everything has to be just so perfect before I can do anything, right? Liberation. Queen Mother Nanny. I think she's one of the Maroons. Let me see here. Yep. She's one of the Maroons. She's out of Jamaica. Jamaica, baby. Um, Spiritual leader, military strategist, and revolutionary, baby. If that ain't Scorpio, I don't know what is. That's a scorpionic energy right there. It says this Ashanti healer was brought to Jamaica in chains and escaped to lead rebellions. Nanny helped free over 800 enslaved people. I see you, Nanny. So here's the first thing she says: break free. So, what are you going to break free of in October? Maybe you know today, maybe you're going to figure it out. It's a break free kind of month, y'all. Your dreams hold the power and keys to your liberation. You are freedom herself. Rise up, is what she says. She says, you deserve to feel free. What do you imagine for yourself? Daring to manifest your dreams is part of personal liberation. I'm going to say that again for the back of the room. Daring to manifest your dreams is a part of personal liberation. So listen, find your own personal liberation codes in your soul's unspoken desires. Where are the liberation codes? Look within. What do you desire for your life? And go for it. That's the code. Life is too short to live within someone else's story. Divine blessings and magic are on your side. Enjoying your freedom fully is the best gift to your ancestors. Ashe, oh, why did our ancestors go through all of what they went through? Even if our ancestors sort of had it good, they still lived in a way so that you can live the way that you're living. Let not your ancestors, whatever it is, struggles and hard work and intentions and dreaming of you be in vain, sisters. So the goddess declaration here is my dreams empower me. My dreams empower me. Last one, Mambo Jumbo. I love this one. We've pulled her before. And guess what she says? Shine. Man, she looks beautiful too. Now I want y'all to remember Mamba Jumbo is one of the ones who they messed up her name. You know how we say, oh, that's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. This is interesting. All of these were in the 30s. They were just trying to disrespect her. Goddess Mama Jumbo glitters as a guardian of the lush green forest of Guinea-Bissau. If her name sounds familiar, is because Mama Jumbo's name was misconstrued by colonizers and replaced it with the term mumbo jumbo, meaning gibberish. But still, she shines. And she says this: you were born to shine, to be seen, be heard, and to be a movement. We need to know your name. We want to learn your dance. And so it says, daring to rise and shine starts with the courage to be seen and heard. Y'all saw me pull these cards. The example I used earlier was just an example. Here she is saying the same thing. Your story matters and someone needs to hear it. I'm going to say that again. Your story matters and someone needs to hear it, sister. So fear of shining brightly keeps you in the shadows, hiding and shrinking. There's no way to claim your voice and avoid rejection, criticism, and judgment. But you're not for everybody. If everyone likes you, you're not really being you. So for this month, third declaration, I am ready to be seen and heard. Live out loud. Liberation. Shine for the month of October. And won't these eclipses make sure all of that happens? Let's see here. Okay, yeah, she's a good one. Griot. Yep, I'm telling you, the introverts, don't play with introverts. They will live out loud. I'm telling you. I'm working with someone who has been greatly affected by trauma, and I conveyed a similar idea to her. I'm going to share this little nugget with her. Awesome. Please do. Yep. Can't stand injustice. Clear those throat chakras. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Nanny of the Maroons. Yeah, I love this one about liberation. I really do. I just know that this is the month where we can feel a massive liberation happening. Good, Diza. Woohoo! Yes, Diza, let's do it. Most powerful things from my ancestors have been ridiculed and misrepresented by colonizers. This is the truth, and we've got to reclaim them. We have got to reclaim them. Okay, queens, thank y'all so much. Again, there is a new moon retreat coming up on Monday. If you can be there, I would love to have you join me. New moon retreat. It's for the Libra new moon Monday, and 10 spots available for you to join me. Yeah, join us. Embracing change to create balance and harmony. That is what we are going to be focused on, bringing out that inner creatrix, just really helping you to get your inner world and landscape prepared for the massive shift, the last little bit of push that we're doing here in 2023. So thank y'all so much for being here. I'm going to go on ahead and get off because I need to go on ahead and begin to prepare my mind for the training that I'll start. You know, I'm working as a trainer today. So. Yes, I can do that, Aisha. Definitely can do that. Let me say that again. Definitely can send it via email, Aisha. Is Keita May here? Hey, Keita May. Hey, Felicia. How are you? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, queens, thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate you all. And yeah, looking forward to having a transformational October. So we've been we've been able to look and see what's here. We are going in informed, and yeah, may everything work for our highest and greatest good. And hope to see you in the new moon retreat. If not, yeah, I'll be seeing you some here in the G Hive world. All right, Queens. Thank y'all so much. Peace and love.